Naruto tier list. Let's go. All right. I've seen Naruto so many times. I have very strong opinions on Naruto. I've seen the OG Naruto probably more than anything. I've seen Shippuden like probably 4 times. And I haven't really watched Boruto. Well, like, I watched up until like Momoshiki when it comes to Boruto. But luckily, there's no Boruto characters here. And I'm not judging anyone based off of Boruto, okay? So we're judging them exclusively on OG Naruto and Shippuden. Alright? This music is too loud, I think. There we go. Alright. Let's start off with the Rai Kage, okay? So the Rai Kage. So, okay, here's the issue here. Like, God tier, legit, decent, irrelevant, trash, okay? So those are all of our tiers. So I need like a good baseline, okay? So Rai Kage, he's an interesting character. He's cool. But he's very like emotional. He's very annoying. I'm just gonna like, okay, look, I'm only rating them. Am I rating them based off of like power or also personality? I think both, right? I think power and personality. So he's pretty fucking, yeah, both for sure. Yeah, Rai Kage, I'm gonna put him in legit. Only because he's gonna get overshadowed by, you know, all the Jinchuriki and the Uchiha or some shit. He's either or, legit or decent. But I think I'm gonna put him in legit for now. I might change him later. I want to go through the rest of the characters next. I mean, like, he's strong as hell. He's just really like emotional, but he can't rival like Uchihas or like, you know, those characters. So, all right, Anko. All right, look, I'm not gonna lie. She was really cool in the first Naruto, but like low key, she's like irrelevant, dude. Like she's honestly, she didn't do much, and she got fucked up by like a lot of people. Like, she got destroyed. What's his name again, dude? How did I forget his name? Asuma, that's his name. I'm gonna put him in decent, okay? And the reason is because I don't think he's not irrelevant. Because he died, spoilers by the way, because he died and he was like a big influence on Shikamaru, who later became a god, right? I like his fucking personality. I think that's what carried him. Obviously, like his powers were like really simple and shit, but I'm gonna put him as decent just because of that. Choji. Okay, Choji has been through some character development. Yeah, exactly. He was needed for that, right? He was definitely needed for that arc. So I'm gonna put him in decent for that. Choji. I don't know if I should put him in decent or legit. Like, it's one of the two. Like, he fucking leveled up. Like, this dude had some character development, dude. I don't think he tops Asuma, though. I know, like, in Boruto, he's pretty cool. Because he's, like, skinny. He makes all the fat boys included. Yeah. For now, look. I'm going to put him here in decent because, like, he's not, like, a crazy god in terms of, like, power. Like, I don't think he's at Raikage's level, so I'm going to put him in decent, okay? I might change that, though. I might change that. All right, look, Danzo. I know everyone hates Danzo, but I can't just put him in irrelevant because he's, like, fucking... He's strong, okay? This dude is strong. He's an asshole, and he has a shit personality. Dude, this is hard because, like, I want to put him in trash, but he's also not irrelevant. But he's pretty strong. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to put him in decent. Like, I really do. His personality is like trash, but his powers, like his strength. His strength, you know what I mean? His strength is like up here. So I think if I balance them out, he's like in one of these two. I'm actually gonna put him in like irrelevant because he kind of like fucked up his mission. Like, his mission never like really went through. And he kind of like failed and fucked up, you know what I mean? So he tried to save the village, but in the wrong way. So I'm gonna put him in irrelevant just for that, okay? Daedra or Daedra, however they call him. I'm gonna put him in legit. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's a sick character. He's hella strong. Like, he destroyed Gaara. He low-key, yeah, dude, he's sick. He was like an asshole at times, but I think he was sick. And then, like, dude, he got so pissed at Sasuke. He would have killed fucking Sasuke too if Sasuke didn't have like that scroll to like save his life. with the snake. So, like, he's pretty fucking strong. I'm gonna put him in legit. I think he was like a legit character. Exactly, dude. He soloed Gaara and he soloed Sasuke. He lost because of plot armor. I'm putting him up there. This is Sasuke's dad. Dude, I don't remember his name. Like, what's his name? This is Sasuke's dad, though. I don't know how... we don't really know how strong he was. Yeah, like, there's not much information about him, right? But after we find out what happened with Itachi, I respect his decision-making and shit, right? Like, he let himself die for, like, Itachi and all that. So... And again, I would assume that he was pretty fucking strong, because I think he was like the fucking leader of the clan, I think, or at least the police force, I think. So because we don't have that much information, I'm gonna put him up here. You know what? I'm gonna put him in decent because we don't have information about him. If we had more info about how strong he was, I'd put him up here. But I think for now we have to leave him here. Yeah, I think we have to leave him here. All right, yo, Gaara. Okay, look, Gaara. I have to put Gaara up here. I don't think he's God's here, but I'm going to put him up there because his character development, dude, insane, right? Even like in the OG Naruto, his character was like really, really interesting. Nah, dude, look. I want to put him in God tier. You know what? His personality might carry him up to that. Like, his power level is like, you know, like, it's like around here, but his personality, it might put him in God. You know what? I think you're right. I think his personality, like what he's become and who he is now, carries him to God tier. Because he is like a legit ass character. I think I'm going to do that for now, okay? I might change him, but I think he's in a good spot. Haku. Yeah, personality and what he became. Yeah, dude, like he changed a lot. So I think you're right. Haku. Haku. I'm gonna put him in legit. Because, yo, when we first saw this guy, he was like he turned the whole world upside down. Like, he was so strong. He was as young as Naruto, but like stronger than like a Jonin. Like, this kid was a god, right? This is back when like tactics and all that shit mattered. So I'm gonna judge him based off of that because that's like the main time that we saw him. So based off of his like where he was, yeah, when you first saw him, yeah, dude, he was sick, right? So I'm kind of comparing him to like the story arc that he was put in, right? So I think if we do that, he's like legit. Like, he turned the whole world upside down. Like, he changed your whole fucking point of view on like the whole world, because of how strong he was for his age. So I'm gonna put him there. Is this the first Hokage? Yeah, it is. He just looks so like peaceful and shit. First Hokage, God tier. I mean, look, you can't... Dude, every motherfucker in the show wants this guy's cells for a reason. Like, he's that godly, okay? He's a Senju. He's just... Dude, he's just a god. He's the only dude that can stand up to fucking Modera. I think it is. Because I don't see him, like... I don't see him here. I'm pretty sure that's the first Hokage. That's just like him, like, when he's like all peaceful and not fighting and shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm pretty sure that's him. So yeah, God tier. Everyone wants his cells for a reason. He's a fucking god. He's powerful as fuck. He's super positive and all that. Nah, because he would have the fucking the Byakugan. Because yeah, that's what I thought at first too, right? But they always have Byakugan on. Like, they can't turn that shit off. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also, like, why would they have him but not the first Hokage? Because, like, I don't see the first Hokage anywhere else in all, like, on this list. But I see Modera down here, so that has to be him. Hidan. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put Hidan in God tier. Look, if he fought anyone but Shikamaru, there's like, dude, this guy's crazy. Like, he's immortal, bro. How do you even win against that? Unless, like, you obviously are like a genius, right? That's the only way to beat him. Like, his matchup was not in his favor. Shikamaru was like the only one, and Shikamaru already had all this knowledge on him before he fought him, because he fought him twice. Yeah. But I think if you pit him against any other character besides Shikamaru, and if they meet for the first time, like, dude, being immortal, like, how do you beat that, right? Without having like a plan. I feel like only like Itachi and like Shikamaru could really beat him. He just had like a very interesting ass power, and it also had like an interesting personality too. Hinata, crazy character development. I'm gonna put her in legit because she's pretty strong, at least now, right? But her personality and how much she's grown and what she went through and shit, I think that is worthy of putting her up here. She never became like god tier in terms of power, so that's why I think legit is a good place to put her. She's definitely a legit character. All right, Hiruzen, third Hokage, dude. I'm putting him in god tier. Look, this character is slept on, and I'm gonna tell you why, okay? Because in the OG Naruto, my man, he's an old man, okay? He fought Orochimaru, the first Hokage and the second Hokage, all by himself, and like held his own against those three legendary motherfuckers. He was a dick to Naruto. Okay, look, he was a dick to Naruto, but I think that was just for the plot, man. Like, I don't think that shit didn't make any sense. I think that was just for the plot to build up Naruto and, like, you know, reveal, oh, he's the fourth Hokage son, you know, because if he got special treatment at the start of the show, it just wouldn't have felt right, you know? No, yeah, he was, dude, I'm telling you, this dude's a badass. I can only imagine how strong he was in his prime, because he was an old man and fought first, second, and fucking Orochimaru all by himself. So I'm gonna put him in god tier. Although he was a dick to Naruto, we can put him down here for that, but I think I'm gonna keep him in god tier because of what he did and how he fought. Ino, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think she's only here for her fucking looks and for her boobs. I'm gonna put her in. I'm gonna put her here because, like, she's Sakura's rival. Like, her only role is to be her fucking rival, and to like look pretty. Yeah, she might be. Yeah, she honestly might be trash. I'm gonna put her in trash, dude. I think I'm gonna put her in trash because she only serves two purposes, and I don't care for either of them. So I'm gonna put her in trash. Okay, she's our first trash. Iruka. I'm gonna put him. Look, he's like Naruto's father figure, but he's really weak. He's kind of just there to carry Naruto emotionally and nothing else. I'm gonna put him in decent. Like, yeah, he did help Naruto. Like, he's the reason why Naruto is, like, you know, who he is now. But because of his lack of power and how, like, we never saw him fight or never saw him got any stronger. Like, he never got any stronger. He was just like the same strength throughout the entire show. I'm gonna put him in decent. I might put him in legit, you know, because he did create a legend, but Iruka was the first. But yeah, I know. Should I put him in legit or decent? He's in one of the two. He's just so damn weak. He's like a Chunin his whole life. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, we're gonna put him here then. Fuck it. Yeah, he is. His only role is just to help Naruto. He's weak, so if he wasn't weak, I would put him up here. So that's why I think you're right with putting him in legit. Okay, Itachi, man, no questions asked. God tier. Everybody knows why. This dude is as smart as Shikamaru and as strong as fucking low-key Modera. Like, dude, this dude, no questions asked. God tier. I can just move on from that. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. Kabuto. Oh, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny, for that sound alert of yourself. Kabuto. What the fuck? He's an asshole, but he's an interesting character. I might even put him in legit, but I think his personality, like, takes him down a bit, you know? He's an interesting character because he rose to the top, you know, from, like, being just like a normal. But even in the OG Naruto, he was still pretty damn strong. Like, he was fighting fucking what's her name? He was fighting Tsunade and like fucking with her and shit. So I want to put him in legit actually because he became a rival to Itachi low key towards the end. So I'm gonna put him in legit. I'm not putting him in God tier because he's like kind of an asshole. Okay, so I think that's what kind of balances him out. So I'm gonna put him in legit. Towards the end of the show, he was definitely very relevant, and I think he did become like a good guy at the end. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember too much, dude. Kakashi, yo, do I put Kakashi in God tier? I think I have to. I think his personality just like he's here in terms of power, but I think his personality and what he's been through puts him up in God tier. I think he is deserving to be up there. Yeah, he has to be God tier, right? He's been through so much shit. He went through like everything that Itachi, like pain-wise. He could have been Sasuke, but he wasn't, right? Like he legit stayed on the right path. He fought the strongest motherfuckers and held his own. Like he taught Naruto, Sasuke, he taught them all, man. He was a god. He was involved in like everything that was like relevant in the show. And that's why I think he deserves to be up there. Kakuzu. I'm gonna put him in legit. I didn't like his personality that much, but they did hype him up to show that he fought the first Hokage on like equal terms at some point, like in the past and shit. Dude, he was insane. I think he was really strong. And again, it was the fact that they learned about their powers. That's kind of how they beat him, right? Decent? Maybe. His personality was kind of like it was boring. He was just into money and that was it. And he was like a dick. I think you're right. I think his personality bumps him down to here because his power level is about like legit. Then his personality was just kind of like dull and boring. I think you guys are right. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I believe he belongs in decent. Kankuro, I'm gonna put him in decent as well. He was pretty cool in the OG Naruto at the start. Like the puppets were kind of creepy and shit. And then in Shippuden, he got his ass handed to him. So I'm gonna put him in decent. He was Gaara's brother and shit, you know. He was like a good brother to Gaara post time skip and all that. He's not irrelevant though, you know, like he's not so weak to be irrelevant. I'm gonna put him in decent. Kiba. Yo, I wanna like Kiba, man, but I don't know. Like, he was cool in the OG Naruto as well. Dude, I don't know if he's decent or irrelevant. He's one of the two. Because, dude, he was a Naruto rival, and then Naruto just kind of, like, took the fuck off, and Kiba was, like, left in the dust, man. But he was really cool in the OG Naruto, like, his fucking dog transformation, like, the giant wolf and shit. It was pretty cool. But he just didn't like, get any better. He just stayed the same. I'm going to put him in irrelevant. Yeah, like, he's cool. He was cool, I think. So I'm going to put him there for now. Killer B, yo. I got to put him in God tier. And the only reason why I'm not putting Rai Kage up with him is obviously because he's a Jinchuriki and the fact that he fucking raps. Like, his personality is sick, dude. He taught Naruto how to control the fucking nine-tailed fox and all that shit. Yeah, he has to be God. Dude, the way he fights, like, dude, 8 swords? That's so... like, fucking... I thought Zoro was cool because he fought with 3 swords. This dude fights with fucking 8 swords, dude. And he raps. And he's a Jinchuriki, dude. He has it all, you know? He is a badass. Yeah, he's a badass. For sure, man. And the fact that he's a rapper, like, come on. All right, Kisame, I might have a little bias here because he is, like, one of my favorite characters. Dude, I'm serious. The rapping part is sick. I'm going to put him in God tier as well. He was super loyal. He was always holding back his power because he was legit just that strong. Kenny, look, I'm judging them all, like, based off of power and personality, okay? So power and personality. Kisame, I'm going to put him in God tier. Yeah, his sword was sick, right? He was, like, legit the strongest 7 swordsman. Yeah, he did. And he didn't even go all out to fight Guy. He like didn't even use his fucking like shark form. And then even when his sword left him, he still fought like everyone on that island and like literally like held his own. Like he was pretty fucking insane. And he was loyal till the very end. So for that, I'm gonna put him in God tier. All right. Conan. Should I put her in God tier, dude? Like she fought Obito and almost won. I don't know if she's legit or God tier. Cause it's like she had a change of heart. She was a cool character. She fought Obito and legit almost won. Yeah, like we didn't get much of her, right? I think I'm just gonna put her in legit. I think she just deserves to be put in legit because it's because of like the fact that she's just so dull, right? She's so like she's just chill. There's not much else to her for that. Kurenai Sensei, dude, I'm sorry. I gotta put her here because she got rolled by fucking Itachi in the OG Naruto. And then from then on, her only purpose was to be Asuna or Asuma. I think it's Asuma. Her only purpose was to be her or his girlfriend and then have like his kid. So for that reason alone, I have to put her here, dude. She got fucking destroyed. Modera, I mean, no questions, right? Like I have to put him. What a great villain, dude. He was a great villain. He was an asshole, but I think that's why he's such a good villain. Like he's just so fucking like to the point. Like he knows exactly what he wants and shit. I didn't like the part where he pretty much got used by Kagura and shit. I didn't really like that part because I thought he was too smart for that. But other than that, dude, sick villain. Like he was like a legend. He fought the whole fucking army like by himself in the war. That shit was sick. The Mizukage, the fourth Mizukage. She was interesting at the start. She's hot as fuck. Yeah, like Modera planned his revival for decades. Yeah, dude, that is deserving of God tier. I'm gonna put the Mizukage in decent. Because, dude, she got fat in Boruto. Like that shit bothered me, right? Cause she was like so hot, and then she got fat. Like, dude, come on. Although I'm not really judging this off of Boruto. She was just, she just kind of meh. She had like lava style. Should I put her here just because of the fact that she's hot? And like guys like redheads and big tits? Yeah, I think decent because she wasn't really that... I feel like out of all the Kage who fought in the war, I feel like she was like the weakest. Alright, next up, Guy. I'm putting Guy in God tier. I think I have to. Like, he is Kakashi's rival for a reason. The dude opened all the gates and fought Modera as, like, he fucking rolled Modera, too, until he fucking, couldn't handle, like, all the gates being open. Dude, fucking God. Yeah, and he made Rock Lee. And he's Kakashi's rival. Yeah, dude. And he fucking 1v1'd Modera and, like, had him on the edge of his fucking seat. Dude, that was, like, one of the best fights in the entire show. Might Guy, what a god, man. Definitely God tier. Alright, fourth Hokage. Minato, the yellow flash, God tier. Can't argue with that, dude. Literally the fastest ninja in the entire show. God tier, dude. What, dude, this guy, he was a Jinchuriki as well, dude. He hid that from like the world. He was half Jinchuriki the whole time. Fucking crazy, dude. If they didn't have him in the war, I think they would have been fucked. Like, he was insanely strong in the war, dude. Such a God tier character. Yeah. Exactly, dude. He sacrificed everything for the village. And and in the war, dude. So useful. Like, he saved so many people. He was crazy. Nagato. I think God tier. I think God tier. Dude. All right, look. First, I want to judge him based off of like when he was the villain. Yeah, he has to be God tier. Dude, this guy is so fucking strong. He would do like solo villages by himself, right? He actually won against Gaara. Or not Gaara, fucking Jiraiya. He won against Jiraiya, okay? Which is already like a feat in itself, okay? The dude was like on the verge of death the entire time. Destroyed the village. Like, dude, he's so strong. And then after he changed, he still had like a sick ass personality. Yeah, he's like legit anti Naruto for sure. But even after he changed, when like they got revs and shit, it was him and Itachi that were chilling together because they're both gods, right? He killed us. Yeah, I know, but he did change. Okay, we can't forget about the fact that he changed. Okay, and the fact that he was striving for his own form of peace. Okay, but because of how strong he was, yeah, dude, he technically won against fucking Naruto, but then again, Naruto wasn't like at his peak at the time. So yeah, dude, Almighty Push was like one of the sickest moves in like anime. Yeah. It took words to beat him. And the fact that words could do that was cool because, you know, it just shows that he's not like a total dumbass. Like, he's actually smart. He's actually like aware of shit. All right, next character, Naruto. I mean, we have to put him in God tier. He's pretty much the chosen one, even though the show was kind of about like hard work and shit, you know. Uzumaki, Jinchuriki, all that shit. He has all that. Naruto trash. Look, I won't admit, or like I will admit, he was carried. He was carried, right? Because the OG Naruto was about like hard work, beats talent, and all that shit. But then Shippuden is like the complete opposite. It's like, yo, you're born, you are the chosen one. You're born with all this shit. So it kind of did go against like, you know, the first theme of the show. Because he's Uzumaki, he's the son of the fourth Hokage, and he's a Jinchuriki. Like, that's why he's a god. But regardless, he's God tier. Like, he legit saved the world and shit, you know. Like, I can't not put him up there. Absolute god, even in Boruto. Yeah, dude, in Boruto, he is crazy in Boruto too. I will admit that as well. For sure. So yeah, like I can't not put him up there. Although I don't like the reason why he's God tier, I still can't argue that he is God tier. Neji. Fuck, man. I want to put him in God tier, but I think we put him in legit. He worked his way to Hokage. Yeah, worked. I think I put Neji in legit because he never got super strong. Yo, Neji in the first Naruto, like the OG Naruto, Neji was a sick ass character. Like, his powers, like all that shit was just so cool. And I was kind of upset that they killed him. Like, why'd they kill him, man? It was just kind of random. God tier and OG Naruto, yeah, dude, for sure. And OG Naruto, he was God tier. And like Shippuden, he didn't really like, he just learned like air palm. I think that was like the only change that happened with him. But yeah, I don't think he definitely didn't deserve to die. I don't know why they chose him. It was kind of weird. But, you know, I was not expecting him to die. Like, it was just such a random death to me. You think it was to unlock Hinata's inner power? Dude, you said unlick. Yeah, you're probably right. It was probably for like the plot and shit, you know? So I'm gonna put him in legit. Obito. I gotta put him in God tier, man. Unlick. Obito. Look, we know he fucked up, okay? But my man went through some shit, okay? And we all know that he fucked up, but he did change. He did change at the end. But bro, the dude was a god. Like, in terms of strength, holy shit, was he a god. He fought all these motherfuckers on like equal terms. And he did change at the end. So I will give him that. What he did, obviously, is not forgivable, but because of his power level and because of all the shit that he went through, I think he deserves to be put in God tier. He was definitely a good villain. I think he was also a good villain. He was like, he is low-key the anti-Naruto, right? He was legit. He just had an unfortunate fate. Naruto did not. Naruto had like a good fate, right? So he's like the anti-Naruto. Like he's what Naruto could have been under terrible circumstances. So I'm gonna put him in God tier. What's his name? The fucking Tsuchikage. His name is like Onuki or some shit like that. I'm gonna put him in legit. Yeah. I don't know how strong he was in his prime. Yo, like his jutsu is very, very interesting though. Like the fucking particle shit, that's actually really cool. I think out of all the Kage, he was definitely the strongest at the time of the war, but he was just like an old man. So he couldn't really fuck with the other characters at the time. But like I think in his prime, he would have been a god in his prime, dude. He was a pretty cool ass character though. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll put him in legit. There's not much we know about him, I guess. So I think that's a good spot for him. Orochimaru. I think I have to put him in God. What do you guys think? Dude, this dude, like, you can't kill him. You legit can't kill him. Like, he's such an interesting character. I love like the smart, intelligent, like mad scientist type of anime characters. They're just so sick. He was weird, but dude, he was like revolutionary to like the fucking shinobi world. Like this dude invents new jutsu. This dude is like if you see him, you're scared. Like you are scared. This dude put fear in your heart because of like how he was. Even in OG Naruto, dude, he was like like I thought he was like one of the craziest villains. And even in at the end of Shippuden and in Boruto, he actually became like a good guy. Technically like a good guy, right? But Akatsuki was Jiraiya and Tsunade's. Yeah, he was in the Akatsuki. Yup. He was a fucking Sannin. He was Sasuke's mentor. He was iconic. Like he was an asshole, obviously. But that's just like, that's how his character is, right? Like the whole point of his character is just to like be as strong as fucking possible. And I can like respect that, you know? Like that's fucking scary to like deal with. Like his mental, all he cares about is just being strong. So like by any means necessary. So I'm gonna put him in God tier for that. Because like his potential is like limitless, like low key. It's like limitless. Rock Lee, yo. Look, if this was OG Naruto, he'd be here. He would be here if this was OG Naruto. But yo, Shippuden, like what did they do to him, man? What did they do to him? Like I shit you not. OG Naruto, he's here. Shippuden, like low key, he's here. He's here. Because he didn't get any stronger. Guy just he overshadowed him so much. So I think if I balance those two tiers out, I think that puts him in legit, right? I think that's a good balance. Cause yo, we can't forget what he did in OG Naruto. We cannot forget that fight with Gaara. We can't forget. He was like the hypest character in the Chunin exams. Like we can't forget that shit, man. But then Shippuden, they kind of like fucked him over, man. Otherwise, I'd put him in God tier, but I think legit is fine. I think he's okay there. When he dropped the weights, dude, I think that was the most hype part in all of OG Naruto. I legit think that was like the highlight of the entire OG Naruto. That shit was crazy. That scene is iconic, even till this day. That scene is iconic. Iconic. Rock Lee, legit, okay? I'm not gonna do him that dirty, okay? Fucking Shippuden did him dirty, not me. Alright, Sai. Yo, I don't know. He's definitely irrelevant or trash. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Trash? He was a dick, dude. When we first met him, he was a dick. Like, he pissed me off, too. But it wasn't really his fault, you know? Yeah, his ability is kind of cool, but it's... Definitely trash. Like he changed, but all he does is just kind of draw shit. Like the concept of his power is cool, but the actual practicality of it, or like the actual power, I guess, the power of his power is just weak, right? So in concept it's cool, but in power it's just kind of weak. So I'm gonna put him in trash. He wasn't really that relevant either, so trash. And it's kind of sad because these two are a couple. Like the two people that I have in trash are a couple, so I guess they're a trash couple too. Rip. Sakura, if this is OG Naruto, she's here. Shippuden. Dude, is she still trash in Shippuden? Like, is she still trash? I think, yeah, we have to put her in decent. Because she did. So look, here's how it went. In OG Naruto, she's trash. At the start of Shippuden, she was cool again. And then like towards the entire middle part until the war, she was trash again. Like she was just outclassed, right? But then at the end of the war arc, she became decent again. So, and I think in Boruto, she's also decent. So I think I'm going to keep her in decent for that, right? She had her low moments for like a long portion of the show. But yeah, I think decent. Okay. All right. For this next character, Sasori, I think this might be a hot take. I'm putting him in God tier. Okay. That might be a hot take, but hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. This guy could have won against Chiyo and Sakura combined, by the way. He chose to lose the fight. All right. My man could control, like, Chiyo is a god, right? Chiyo was a god puppeteer, and she could control 10 puppets. Bro, Sasori, 100? Like, you're adding a 0. Okay? The dude was a puppet himself. He was low-key immortal. Low-key. Right? I think he was a sick-ass character. He just wasn't, like, he was raised in a shit way. He was a very interesting character, and I was kind of mad that they killed him off so early. But, yo, my man could have won against Chiyo and Sakura, but he willingly lost. So, I'm going to put him in God tier. I think he was an interesting character. I think he was very slept on. I think he's very underrated. I'm putting him in God tier, okay? Because I can only imagine if, like, he was alive during, like, the entire span of the show, and he actually tried. Sasuke. Fuck. This is going to be hard. I'm not judging off of Boruto, by the way, okay? I'm judging off of regular Naruto. I feel like I have to put him in God tier, though, because of his powers. Right? Fuck. That's hard. But his personality is, like, fucking shit, man. Can I put him in legit? Like, can I put him there? Maybe I should judge off of Boruto, too. To be fair. Because if I judge, like, if I add Boruto to the list, he's definitely God tier. Like, there's no questions asked. You know what? I'm gonna judge off of Boruto. Dude, in Boruto, he's God tier. You know, like Boruto, fuck, he's like legit such a sick ass character. But just because of his personality and Shippuden shit, let's put him in legit, okay? But everyone, hear me out. If this was Boruto, he'd be up here, okay? But because of his shit attitude for the entirety of the fucking show, he has to be put down a level, okay? Alright, Shikamaru. God tier? Dare I say? I mean, his like potential is like low-key limitless. Yeah. I think, like, dude, the power of the mind, it's too powerful, man. His attitude, his personality, it's all there, right? Like, he's such an interesting character. He's like lazy, but he's smart, and it kind of makes sense because I think that's how that's how smart people are in real life, right? I think if you're smart, you want to find like the shortest route to the outcome, right? And I think that's why it fits his character so well, because he's such a fucking genius. He couldn't be Hokage if he wasn't. Yeah, dude, I agree with that. I agree. He could be Hokage if he wasn't lazy. I agree with that 100%. He got SH in his name? Yeah, dude. You're right. You're right. You are right. Yeah, God tier for sure. I mean, dude, he beat Hedon. He beat someone who's immortal. Like, come on. Right? God tier for sure. Shino Aburame. Do I put him in irrelevant, man? Do I put him in irrelevant? His power is just weird. Yo, in Boruto, I was surprised that, like, who he was in Boruto. Like, he was, like, the sensei in Boruto. I think in OG Naruto, he was decent. Like, you know, like, he was, like, someone that you wouldn't want to fuck with in OG Naruto. In Shippuden, he didn't really do much. I think we put him in decent. Right? Because he's not irrelevant. He's not irrelevant. But I think we put him in decent. Like, he's okay. He's aight. So I think we'll put him there. All right, Shisui Uchiha, dude. This is actually probably my favorite character in the entire show. Like, he is, like, legit Itachi's, like, best friend and older brother. Like, he's, like, Itachi's, like, mentor, low-key. I have no choice but to put this man in God tier. Because can you imagine if he lived? Like, can you imagine how strong this motherfucker would be? Like, he's, like, Itachi's, like, older brother / mentor / best friend. Yo, can you imagine? This dude would have been stronger than Itachi. Like, dude, I can't even begin to imagine how fucking strong this dude was. Plus, his attitude, his personality was just so, like, admirable, right? He was such a legit character. Like, I would not want to fuck with him. And I would always want him on my side. I would always want to learn from this guy. He was such a sick-ass character. I was upset that we didn't get to see him. But it kind of makes sense, right? Like, he would have been... If he was still alive, there would be no plot. Like, he would just carry. So, for that, for sure, God tier. Tamari. Yo, OG Naruto, Tamari was legit, yo. She was insanely strong in fucking OG Naruto. Shippuden, she was still kind of cool. She was like a Jonin, and she like would always take on the lead and shit. I like her personality. She's like alpha female, right? I like her fucking personality. And she's like the only one that can like tell Shikamaru what the fuck to do. I think we put her in legit for that. I think we put her here. Yeah, she definitely fit with him, right? Because like she like tells him what to do and shit. Like she gets him off his lazy ass. And she's also powerful. Like she's like a mage, like a wind mage, you know. She like has like powerful long range ass techniques. So I'm gonna put her in legit. All right, 10-10. I think we all know where this is going. I think we all know where 10-10 belongs, right? I'm sorry, 10-10, but fuck, man. We gotta put you in trash. OG Naruto, you were trash. You didn't do shit. Shippuden, bro, I don't know. Like in the whole time skip, I think all she learned was like she added like tumor scrolls on her back or some shit. Like, bro, her power is weapons. Like, come on, you're so limited just for that. You're so limited. I'm sorry, 10-10. We have to put you in trash. Okay, second Hokage, yo. This dude was crazy. This dude invented jutsu. Yo, here's my take on second Hokage. I'm gonna put him in God tier. He's a fucking badass. Here's my take on him, right? He is legit the hybrid. He's like the hybrid of the first Hokage and Modera. Like, he's like a hybrid character of both of them. And I think that alone is so sick, right? He's like he's an anti-hero for sure. Because his heart was in the right place, but the way he did things was like just to the fucking point, regardless of anyone's feelings. This dude he invented reanimation, dude. He was the one that brought everyone back to life. Like, he invented that shit. Badass character. Tsunade, I'm gonna put her in legit. I don't think she deserves God tier. I'm gonna put her in legit. She definitely like, I do like her fucking personality, you know? She was also alpha female for sure, but she was more of like a support role, right? In terms of her combat, she's like a fucking support pretty much. So I think I put her in legit. She's not like god tier. She can't really fuck with any of these people. Maybe Gaara she could, but then again, I think Gaara's personality just kind of carries it, right? And fucking Shikamaru and Gaara are the two, like, I guess weakest up here, and I guess Kakashi maybe the 3 weakest. I don't know, but either way, she's more of like a support, and I think I'm gonna put her in legit for that. Yamato, I think we put him in legit. Maybe decent. Legit for Yamato or for Tsunade. I mean, he did have the wood style, which is pretty, like, that's very useful, right? And he could seal away Naruto's nine-tailed fox. Yeah, like he was very useful. Like he was very practical. He was a very practical character. And I think that's about it though. Like I think that's all he had to offer, right? He was just like practical. He was there to seal Naruto when he needed to be sealed, but he was never like god tier. He was never like super powerful. And he also looked up to Kakashi as well, because he wasn't like at that level, you know, despite having wood style. So his potential is probably insane, but I think in the show we keep him at decent. Zabuza, do I put him in god or legit? I loved him as a villain. He was a respectable villain, man. Like, we respected him. I think he could be god tier. I think I'm gonna put him up here for how they did him in the show, right? Like they made us like a villain. Like the very first villain in the show, they made us like him. And I think for that alone, he could be god tier. He got out of the village and they kill you if you try to leave. Yeah, dude. Like his upbringing was like insane, right? He was raised during the most fucked up time in the village, in the Mist Village. And then the fact that they made us respect him, like they made us put respect on this dude's name. And just the first arc of Naruto, like I liked this character, and he was a villain, right? That was sick. So I think for that alone, we put him in god tier. Also, I think he like low-key rivaled Kisame. Like he was pretty, not as strong, but he definitely rivaled him for sure. I think god tier is a good place for him. Zetsu, dude, he's just like a dick, bro. He's just a dick. I can't deny his power though, but he's kind of just like he's kind of just like a fucked up experiment, right? I don't look. Here's why I don't want to put him in irrelevant, because low key Black Zetsu determined like the whole plot of Shippuden, right? Like he low key was in the background pulling the strings. He's just an asshole character, and like he's not really one for power. He's just like, he just kind of manipulated the plot in the story. So I think just for that, like I would put him down here, but he was relevant to the plot. He's just like a dick, so I'm gonna put him in decent. Although, you know what? I kind of want to put him in fucking trash, man. He was a trash ass person. Should I put him in trash for that, bro? I think he deserves trash. He created all the problems in this show. Like he really did. He really created all the problems in this entire show. And he was annoying. The White Zetsu was fucking annoying as shit. I think I put him in trash, man. I'm sorry. He wasn't even that strong. He's just like annoying. Jiraiya, last but not least, god tier. Cannot argue with that, man. The dude had potential to become Hokage. He just didn't want to. He is Minato sensei, bro. He taught Minato and Naruto. Dude, he's just a god, man. He's a god. He taught the best and the worst. Yeah, and he taught Nagato. Yeah, dude. Good point. And he's a Sannin, dude. Come on. He did it all, man. He did it all. Such a great fucking character. For sure. But I think we're good here. Do we change anyone, or is this good? I think this tier list is pretty fucking solid. Status death. That's a good one. Was it Jiraiya? I think he did have the status death. Neji's death was like kind of out of the blue, and that's why I don't want to put him there for status death. I think Jiraiya did have the status death. I think you're right. For sure, I think you're right. Yeah, he did have the status death. But yeah, I think we're good. I think this is a legit tier list. I'm surprised at how many people are god tier. I was not expecting that. But then again, they kind of don't have a lot of side characters on this list, you know? The side characters are more like from like decent down, you know? So yeah, that's our tier list for Naruto characters.